I've always believed life gives you more than you can handle, and sometimes more than you're ready for, Matthew McConaughey once confessed. That same resilience carried him through a childhood filled with long Texas summers, a small town where dreams often collided with reality. Even before Hollywood came calling, Matthew faced moments that could have stopped anyone in their tracks. Early jobs, auditions, rejections, each one shaping a man who would later become the symbol of charm, wit, and grit. But behind the golden smiles and Academy Award moments, there were struggles few knew about. Times when the spotlight couldn't reach, when personal battles felt larger than any role he played. From family pressures to the challenges of carving his own path, Matthew's story isn't just about success, it's about survival, it's about perseverance. Now, in 2025, new news has surfaced, shaking fans and loved ones alike. Something deeply personal is coming to light, something that even the most devoted followers never expected. Join us as we uncover the truth behind this heartbreaking revelation and delve into the man beyond the movies, beyond the accolades, early life and background. Matthew McConaughey was born to Mary Kathleen, a dedicated kindergarten teacher, and James Donald McConaughey, a petroleum engineer. Their home in Uvalde, Texas was modest, yet brimming with warmth, discipline, and the subtle weight of financial pressures. From a young age, Matthew witnessed his parents' tireless efforts to balance work, family, and personal dreams. They instilled values of perseverance, resilience, and self-reliance, lessons Matthew absorbed eagerly. He often took on household chores, ran errands, and learned early the importance of contributing to the family's well-being. These experiences fostered a sense of responsibility and independence that would shape his character in profound ways. Small-town life offered simplicity, but also challenges that tested young Matthew's patience and determination. Sports became a central part of his upbringing, with football and baseball teaching him teamwork, focus, and the ability to handle defeat. Each loss or setback on the field became an informal lesson in resilience and discipline, building a foundation that would later support the grueling demands of his acting career. Beyond sports, Matthew found inspiration in community theater during high school. Watching performances and stepping onto the stage for minor roles sparked a curiosity and passion for acting, planting the seeds for his future profession. Financial constraints meant Matthew could not rely on comfort or convenience. He took on jobs like mowing lawns, delivering newspapers, and part-time retail work, all of which taught him accountability, persistence, and the value of hard-earned money. These ordinary tasks, simple in appearance, were pivotal in shaping the young boy's emotional endurance. They prepared him for the challenges that awaited in Hollywood, where competition was fierce, scrutiny relentless, and success demanded not just talent, but a profound inner strength. Through these formative experiences, Matthew McConaughey developed the grit, discipline, and work ethic that would become the cornerstone of both his career and personal life, equipping him to face the highs and lows of fame with grounded determination. Training and skills. Matthew McConaughey's journey into acting was neither immediate nor easy, but every step built the foundation for his future stardom. After finishing high school, he enrolled at the University of Texas at Austin, choosing radio-television film as his major. He immersed himself deeply in the craft, treating every class, workshop, and project as an essential opportunity to learn. Small film assignments, live stage performances, and collaborative student projects became laboratories for experimentation. Matthew studied the timing of seasoned actors, the nuances of camera angles, and the subtle interplay between expression and dialogue. He noted how directors guided performances and how small adjustments could change the emotional weight of a scene. This mix of structured learning and hands-on exploration gave him a practical understanding of performance, far beyond what textbooks could teach. Every moment in the classroom or on set was preparation for the unpredictable world of professional acting. While honing his acting, Matthew never neglected his physical fitness. The discipline instilled from childhood sports became crucial as he prepared for long, exhausting shoots and physically demanding roles. Daily routines of running, yoga, and weight training strengthened both body and mind. He learned to endure grueling schedules, perform complex stunts, and adapt his physique for different characters. Matthew studied body language intently, practicing how posture, gesture, and subtle movements could communicate emotion even without dialogue. Every role became a full-body performance, and every physical effort was an investment in authenticity. Beyond physical preparation, Matthew cultivated emotional and mental resilience. He trained himself to stay focused, manage stress, and fully inhabit diverse characters under the scrutiny of auditions and directors. He developed patience, concentration, and an understanding that true performance required vulnerability as well as strength. Casting directors and industry professionals began noticing his dedication. He wasn't just willing to try, he was prepared to immerse himself entirely. This combination of academic knowledge, hands-on practice, disciplined fitness, and mental resilience established a rare foundation. It equipped Matthew to face early career challenges and later enabled him to take on transformative roles, blending intensity, precision, and a willingness to push boundaries few actors dared to explore. Each skill he cultivated became a building block in a career that would soon capture the world's attention and admiration. Career highlights. Matthew McConaughey's rise in Hollywood was a journey marked by determination, adaptability, and moments of sheer talent that demanded attention. His early supporting roles in the 1990s, particularly in films like Dazed and Confused, allowed him to display both charm and depth, establishing a presence that was hard to ignore. While his performances often carried a light-hearted exterior, there was a subtle intensity in every gesture and line, hinting at a dedication to craft that went beyond mere charisma. Gradually, he transitioned to more prominent roles, navigating the competitive industry with a mix of confidence and meticulous preparation. By the early 2000s, Matthew's ability to switch seamlessly between genres became evident. In A Time to Kill, he delivered a performance brimming with emotional weight, handling themes of justice, morality, and human frailty. Later, in The Lincoln Lawyer, he demonstrated sharp adaptability, blending legal tension with a layered personal presence. Each role required careful research and immersion, whether understanding legal procedures or exploring complex moral dilemmas. Beyond mental preparation, he also engaged physically for roles that demanded stamina, resilience, or action sequences, testing limits that few actors willingly face. His career reached a defining peak with Dallas Buyers Club, where the demands were as extreme as the story itself. Preparing for this role required an intense physical transformation. He shed a significant amount of weight under medical supervision, adhering to strict nutrition and exercise routines that pushed both body and mind to the brink. The role also demanded deep emotional vulnerability, exploring grief, fear, and determination within a character facing terminal illness. The combination of physical sacrifice and psychological immersion led to widespread critical acclaim, culminating in the Academy Award for Best Actor. This milestone cemented Matthew's reputation not only as a skilled performer, but as an actor willing to embrace every challenge to bring truth to the screen. Throughout these achievements, the unseen pressures of fame continued to grow. Long hours on set, relentless public scrutiny, and the emotional burden of fully inhabiting intense characters created a constant undercurrent of stress. While fans and critics witnessed polished performances and red carpet appearances, the reality of his commitment involved exhaustion, missed personal milestones, and quiet moments of reflection. In 2025, revelations about the hidden strains behind these celebrated roles surfaced, providing a stark reminder that Hollywood success often comes at a personal cost. Despite the glamour and accolades, Matthew's career highlights illustrate a blend of passion, discipline, and courage. From early supporting roles to Oscar-winning transformations, each chapter reflects a dedication to authenticity and excellence. The films, performances, and milestones are not just entertainment. They are evidence of an actor willing to push boundaries, confront personal limits, and continually evolve. Understanding these career moments provides a fuller appreciation for the sacrifices, effort, and relentless drive that define Matthew McConaughey's journey as one of Hollywood's most respected and compelling figures. Behind-the-scenes drama. Matthew McConaughey's career has been marked by moments that rarely reach the public eye, moments that reveal the immense pressure, risk, and personal sacrifice that lie behind the silver screen. Fans often see his charm, charisma, and effortless confidence in front of the camera, but the reality of filming is far more grueling, testing both body and mind to their limits. On-location shoots demanded resilience and careful management of every step. Desert landscapes brought scorching heat that could sap energy within minutes. Urban streets required constant navigation of unpredictable crowds, noise, and interruptions. Rugged coastlines challenged balance and stamina, with waves and sharp rocks posing hidden dangers. In each of these settings, Matthew went beyond what was required, committed to authenticity, ensuring every movement and emotion carried the weight of realism. The physical demands of his craft often pushed him into danger, even with trained stunt teams and strict safety measures. Certain action sequences involved risky stunts, repeated takes, and long hours under harsh conditions. Exhaustion and minor injuries became part of the daily routine. One particularly intense scene demanded extended physical exposure and precise timing under extreme conditions. Crew members, seasoned professionals, watched with concern, knowing the slightest mistake could lead to serious harm. Yet, Matthew's commitment to realism and emotional truth remained unwavering. He understood that authenticity often required discomfort and sometimes risk to convey the gravity of a character's experience. These moments revealed not bravado, but dedication, an understanding that compelling storytelling demanded total immersion. Beyond environmental and physical challenges, the collaborative nature of filmmaking introduced emotional and psychological tension. Creative disagreements with directors, differing approaches with co-stars, and the constant scrutiny of producers on high-budget projects created a charged atmosphere. Balancing professionalism with personal conviction required diplomacy, emotional intelligence, and mental resilience. Matthew often spent late nights reflecting on performance choices, consulting with trainers, coordinating with stunt teams, and quietly preparing for the next day's demands. These hours of unseen effort were essential to achieving the seamless performances audiences admired, yet few realized the toll they exacted on him. Every film brought its own set of obstacles, each shaping Matthew's approach as an artist. The relentless repetition of complex scenes tested patience. The need for precise physical control tested endurance, and navigating the emotional intensity of dramatic roles tested vulnerability. These behind-the-scenes dramas were not merely challenges, they were lessons in perseverance, focus, and creative problem-solving. They forced him to confront limitations, push boundaries, and constantly evolve, forging the resilience that would define his career. The tension of these moments, combined with the isolation of intense preparation, highlighted a side of acting that remains invisible to the casual viewer. The balance between risk and reward, discomfort and triumph, effort and artistry. The human element of these experiences cannot be overstated. Accolades, premieres, and awards often capture attention, but they tell only part of the story. The personal sacrifices, the long hours away from family, the physical pain endured, and the emotional exhaustion illuminate the depth of commitment required to transform a script into a compelling, believable performance. Fans see the polished scenes on screen, but the silent struggles behind the camera, the strategic decisions, late-night rehearsals, and moments of self-doubt remain hidden, making each final performance even more remarkable. It is here, in the unseen labor, that Matthew's resilience, focus, and courage shine most brightly, adding layers of authenticity and gravitas to his career. These challenges also fueled his artistic growth. Each obstacle, whether a physical stunt, a creative clash, or a grueling location shoot, taught him lessons in patience, adaptability, and professional integrity. Over time, these experiences shaped him into not just a talented actor, but a performer who respects the craft, understands the weight of responsibility, and values authenticity above spectacle. Every scene became a proving ground, every demanding shoot an opportunity to refine skills and deepen emotional understanding. By appreciating the intensity of life behind the scenes, audiences gain insight into the dedication required to achieve Hollywood excellence, seeing Matthew McConaughey not only as a star, but as a human being who endures, perseveres, and sacrifices for his art. Ultimately, the drama behind the camera is inseparable from his celebrated performances. It is the accumulation of these unseen struggles, each physical challenge, creative disagreement, and moment of exhaustion that has forged the actor audiences admire today. Matthew McConaughey's career serves as a testament to the courage, discipline, and unwavering commitment it takes to turn the hidden trials of production into unforgettable cinematic moments, reminding the world that true artistry often emerges from the most demanding and unseen circumstances. Personal life and relationships. Off-screen, Matthew McConaughey's life has always been a delicate and complex tapestry, woven from moments of joy, personal growth, and the relentless challenges of life in the public eye. Beyond the red carpets, glamorous premieres, and flashing cameras, he faced the constant balancing act of maintaining meaningful relationships while navigating the unforgiving pressures of Hollywood. Fame, while rewarding, brought with it scrutiny and intrusion that few can truly understand. Every public appearance, magazine cover, or social media post carried the risk of misinterpretation, judgment, or unwelcome speculation. Behind the polished image fans admired was a man working tirelessly to protect the bonds that mattered most: his marriage, the joys and responsibilities of fatherhood, and the intricate network of friendships that sustained him. Maintaining equilibrium required patience, adaptability, and a commitment to prioritizing his family's well-being, often in situations where privacy was scarce and the demands of celebrity life never ceased. Matthew approached these personal challenges with deliberate intention. Therapy became a cornerstone of his strategy to manage stress, navigate difficult emotions, and reflect on his choices. It provided a safe space to unpack the complexities of fame, refine communication skills with his spouse and children, and strengthen emotional resilience. This conscious investment in self-understanding allowed him to show up fully in relationships, balancing the demands of public life with the intimate needs of those closest to him. Family time, no matter how brief, was treated as sacred. Ordinary moments, shared meals, attending school events, evening walks, or quiet conversations at home offered grounding experiences, helping him remain centered amid the whirlwind of professional obligations. Through these everyday rituals, Matthew cultivated patience, empathy, and self-awareness, reinforcing the qualities that defined him as both a person and a partner. Relationships beyond his immediate family further shaped his personal journey. Friendships in the industry, mentorships, and collaborative partnerships required a nuanced understanding of trust, respect, and professional boundaries. Matthew learned when to assert his needs, when to compromise, and how to navigate the complex social dynamics of Hollywood without losing authenticity. Every interaction, whether with colleagues on a set or peers at industry events, became a lesson in human connection. He became adept at distinguishing between relationships that brought genuine value and those that were fleeting or performative, understanding that depth mattered far more than breadth in cultivating meaningful bonds. The challenges of public life amplified the emotional stakes. Rumors, persistent media speculation, and the ceaseless curiosity of fans had the power to disrupt even the most carefully maintained equilibrium. Matthew developed strategies to filter out external noise, choosing to focus energy on relationships that nurtured, inspired, or strengthened him. This deliberate approach to connection fostered a philosophy of intentional living, where the quality of engagement outweighed quantity and authenticity became the guiding principle. He learned to safeguard his emotional well-being while remaining present for the people who mattered most, a skill that became increasingly vital as his career progressed. Fatherhood, in particular, emerged as a defining influence in Matthew's personal life. Guiding his children through the unique complexities of life in the spotlight required vigilance, empathy, and constant self-reflection. He sought to model values like resilience, humility, integrity, and patience, showing by example how personal growth often comes from facing challenges rather than avoiding them. Parenting became both a responsibility and a source of inspiration, shaping his outlook on life and informing his choices both on and off screen. The lessons learned as a father reinforced the idea that the human side of fame is often unseen, and that genuine care, dedication, and intentional presence form the foundation of lasting relationships. Ultimately, Matthew McConaughey's personal life and relationships reveal the depth, vulnerability, and humanity behind the public persona. They showcase a man who does not take connection for granted, who understands that love, trust, and emotional presence are cultivated through effort, reflection, and courage. His journey illustrates a continuous effort to balance ambition with personal fulfillment, career achievement with relational depth, and the demands of a public life with the sacred intimacy of family and friendship. Through it all, Matthew demonstrates that the celebrated performances and iconic roles fans admire are built upon a life carefully navigated with intention, resilience, and heart. These intimate, often hidden aspects of his story remind audiences that behind every confident smile and award-winning performance is a human being committed to love, responsibility, and connection, facing the same challenges and triumphs that define us all. Financial and legacy highlights. Matthew McConaughey's career has translated into remarkable financial achievements, with his films collectively grossing billions worldwide. Blockbusters and critically acclaimed projects alike have not only established him as a bankable star, but also secured long-term stability that many actors strive for, but few attain. Each project, from early successes like Dazed and Confused to Oscar-winning performances in Dallas Buyers Club and beyond, contributed to a cumulative fortune, offering both security and the freedom to select roles that resonate personally and artistically. Yet, McConaughey's legacy is not defined solely by wealth. His financial resources have been leveraged to create lasting impact through philanthropy and mentorship. He has consistently invested in programs that support aspiring actors, offering scholarships, workshops, and educational initiatives aimed at nurturing talent from diverse backgrounds. These efforts extend his influence beyond Hollywood, creating opportunities for young people to develop skills and pursue careers that might otherwise be out of reach. Through personal involvement and guidance, Matthew demonstrates that success carries responsibility, the ability to uplift and inspire those coming after him. His community engagement is multifaceted. He supports university programs, engages in speaking events, and contributes to causes that emphasize personal development and the arts. This active participation in educational and mentorship programs highlights a commitment to fostering creativity, resilience, and discipline among emerging performers. Students and young professionals see a living example of someone who built success through hard work, perseverance, and authenticity, making Matthew a role model both on and off the screen. Matthew's influence also extends culturally and socially. Fans and followers find inspiration in his personal philosophies, the balance he maintains between career and family, and the authenticity he brings to both his public and private life. Every award, every box office hit, and every personal triumph adds layers to a legacy that is as much about human impact as it is about financial success. He demonstrates that celebrity is not just a measure of fame, but a platform for meaningful contribution. Even within the competitive environment of Hollywood, where fleeting popularity can overshadow lasting impact, Matthew's careful career choices and personal investments ensure that his influence endures. His work exemplifies resilience, showing how professional dedication paired with social responsibility can build a legacy that inspires and endures across generations. Fans, students, and peers alike witness the combination of discipline, creativity, and heart that defines his financial and cultural footprint. Ultimately, McConaughey's story underscores that true success encompasses more than monetary gain. It is about shaping the future, giving back to the community, and using one's platform to create opportunities, encouragement, and inspiration. Each film, each philanthropic effort, and each mentorship interaction contributes to a legacy that reflects dedication, integrity, and an unwavering commitment to leaving the world better than he found it. His narrative is one of sustained achievement, thoughtful impact, and the enduring power of resilience, making his journey both remarkable and instructive for anyone pursuing success in life or the arts. Current projects. In 2025, Matthew McConaughey stands at a point in his career where the choices he makes reflect not just ambition, but a deep desire to explore meaningful human stories. His recent projects are a testament to this evolution. Gone are the days of taking on roles solely for glamour or box office appeal. Now, each character he portrays is chosen for its authenticity, its challenge, and its ability to reveal something new about the human experience. Matthew approaches scripts with the same focus and intensity he honed during his university days, reading lines over and over, analyzing motivations, and considering how every gesture, every pause, and every glance conveys truth. Directors describe him as a collaborator who is willing to go to great lengths to achieve emotional honesty, whether it means filming scenes in harsh weather conditions, performing physically demanding stunts, or diving into the psychological complexity of a role. Fans eagerly await these new releases, curious to see how Matthew's craft has matured. There is a sense of anticipation around his choices, a quiet recognition that he no longer seeks validation from external acclaim, but instead measures success by the depth of connection he achieves with audiences. Whether on screen or in public appearances, there is a visible transformation in how he carries himself, more measured, more introspective, and yet still carrying that undeniable charisma that first drew viewers to him in films like Dazed and Confused and A Time to Kill. Matthew's journey illustrates that fame and fortune are not endpoints, but tools that, when combined with discipline and purpose, can create lasting impact. The heartbreak and challenges that have recently surfaced in his personal life have added another dimension to this ongoing evolution. Behind the polished public persona is a man who faces disappointment, loss, and emotional strain just like anyone else. This revelation serves as a reminder that courage is not defined by the absence of struggle, but by the willingness to continue despite it. For Matthew, vulnerability has become an asset rather than a weakness. It informs his performances, his storytelling, and his connection with fans, offering a rare glimpse into the humanity of someone the world often perceives as larger than life. He has embraced this aspect of himself, allowing personal trials to enhance his artistry rather than detract from it. Matthew is also actively exploring projects beyond acting, from producing to mentoring younger talent and engaging with socially conscious storytelling. He has expressed a desire to use his platform to highlight narratives that might otherwise go unnoticed, stories that challenge perceptions, evoke empathy, and inspire reflection. His involvement extends beyond the camera. He studies scripts with producers, consults with writers, and engages with communities to ensure that each project carries weight and authenticity. This approach underscores a broader vision for his career, one that balances artistic fulfillment with personal integrity and public admiration with meaningful contribution. As 2025 unfolds, the anticipation around Matthew McConaughey's future projects is palpable. Audiences are not only drawn to the films themselves, but to the story of the man behind them, the resilience, the discipline, and the unwavering commitment to truth in performance. Each new release offers the chance to witness a transformation, both in character and in the actor himself, providing insight into how personal growth, heartbreak, and professional mastery can intersect in extraordinary ways. Even as he navigates the pressures of Hollywood and the vulnerabilities of private life, Matthew remains a figure who inspires admiration, empathy, and curiosity. This chapter of his life is ongoing, and the world watches closely. Viewers are invited to follow not just the projects he completes, but the journey he undertakes, the struggles faced, the lessons learned, and the victories achieved, big and small. In every role, every production, and every public appearance, Matthew McConaughey exemplifies the idea that success is not measured solely in awards or earnings, but in the courage to persevere, the humility to grow, and the determination to tell stories that resonate long after the credits roll. His narrative is far from finished, and fans are reminded that staying tuned reveals not just the next film, but the unfolding truth of a life lived with intensity, passion, and heart. Matthew McConaughey's story is more than Hollywood glamour. It's a testament to resilience, determination, and the human spirit. From small-town beginnings to Academy Award stages, he has faced adversity, pushed boundaries, and inspired millions. The recent heartbreaking news reminds us that behind every public image lies a private reality, full of challenges and triumphs. As fans, we witness not only his performances, but his courage, his commitment to family, and his dedication to craft. Matthew's journey teaches us the importance of perseverance, empathy, and staying true to oneself, even when the world watches closely. We'll continue to follow his story closely, revealing insights, behind-the-scenes struggles, and personal triumphs that make him not just an actor, but a symbol of resilience. If you found this story compelling, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more exclusive insights. Comment below with your thoughts on Matthew's journey and what inspires you most about his life. Stay tuned. The truth behind Hollywood's brightest stars is often more emotional and powerful than the screen allows.